I'm on a cut, but because they're coming deadlifting, I gave myself an excuse to have a full entire bag of Sour Patch.
A bag of cancer.
Completely. Steve's actually allergic to aspartame. If I ever got in a fight with Steve, I'd just bring a can of Diet Coke and he'd fucking shit his pants. What, you get migraines off him?
Yeah. Just small bit of brain cancer.
What a beta male. Steve acts all tough, but a can of Coke Zero is his arch nemesis.
Look at Sean, no, he won't be able to pick up more than 200 kg without straps.
Alright, listen. Without straps?
Without straps.
Alright.
Well, what grip do you do?
Double overhand.
More than 200?
Yeah. See that? More than 200 kilos, double overhand grip, no straps.
Sean is going for a PB as well.
What's my sweets with the other hand because Steve's hands are blank. Sorry. What?
Whoa. Anyway, so Sean is coming from CrossFit. So we're going to change up.
Steve does CrossFit as well, as you can tell by his physique.
You do have a bit of a CrossFit physique.
Very aerodynamic.
Right, if I did CrossFit tomorrow, I'd have the biggest legs in CrossFit. Anyway, Sean could do with a few technique changes, so we're going to go through that today in the video. Hopefully he'll get a PB. I think he will.
205 inbound.
Ah, surely more than that. 200 more than that. Yeah, 200 for what? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
205, he says.
How do CrossFitters warm up for deadlifts?
They don't.
What do they do?
Straight to 180.
Half an hour on a fucking assault bike. Fucking weirdos.
Hey.
No, I'm joking. I have respect for CrossFitters. So anyway, back to some real lifting.
Touch my ass.
We'll go through the next technique when you actually have plates on the bar, so you know where you're picking the bar up from. Yeah. So you want your foot position more or less hip width. But if I used to ask you, say, Sean, I want you to jump as high as you can. Yeah, see where his feet were? They were in here. You wouldn't do a high jump from like out here. So you're probably at your most powerful in and around here. Demonstrate.
Whoa! So much higher.
Primary school long jump champion, don't forget it.
But to me, that's basically it's like a stiff leg deadlift. You're basically...
You need to get me away from a stiff leg deadlift because I've heard that before.
Yeah. So basically what you're doing... Sean is basically... He's not really hinging at the hip at all, so what he was doing, his hip started really high and his knees were almost fully extended. A way around that is, get the bar over your midfoot, bring your shins to the bar, then lengthen your shoulders as long as possible, grab the bar, that's where your hips should be, and drive away with your feet, and put the hips through it. So try that then, bring your shins to the bar. There we go, yeah, leg drive. There we go, much better. Straight away. Good job. Brother. Right, let's see Sean do it with a bit of weight. Right. So, the next thing for Sean. So, what Sean basically did, right, because I see it in CrossFit deadlifts as well, is when they pull the bar, right, they pull the bar from that straight position that it's in, so they almost jerk it off the floor like that. So what you want to do is called a slack pull. So what you want to do is bend down, go through all those techniques we already went through, lengthen your arms as long as possible, and slowly pull on the bar like that, build tension in your legs, and then drive it up.
So you're not pulling the bar off.
You're not pulling. You're not flexing at the elbow at all. Arms dead straight. Build tension in the bar, and then drive it off the floor. So if you see this, and round your upper back. Rounding your upper back is much better, because it's going to happen with heavy weight anyway. So if you pull back your shoulder blades, like a lot of people say to do in deadlifts, when you start the deadlift, it's just going to pull your shoulders out of position anyway. And another thing, if you pull your shoulder blades back, you're further, you have more of a distance to travel, sorry. So Sean's going to lengthen his arms, straighten his elbows, around the shoulders, and pull slowly. Yeah.
I can feel it, I'm not pulling the bar off.
Yeah. Deadlifts are a gradual pull. When you watch the best deadlifters in the world, they don't jerk it off the floor. It's almost like a gradual pull.
Feel it, PB.
PB?
I can feel it.
Fuck that 205 shit, man. We get 220 today.
If you get 220 out of me, I'm gonna be tested for anabolic steroids.
Another thing as well, if you're someone that lifts with equipment, you know, like belts or wrist wraps and stuff, people they'll wait until they're working sets to put on the wrist wraps. I would advise against it because it's a variable that changes and you don't want to go into your working set and have this new variable on your hands. So I know I didn't wear my belt for my first set of warm-ups there in deadlift, but I wear my belt the whole way up because I need to get ready for that movement at the top with the belt. I don't want to throw on the belt at the top and be like, oh shit, what's going on now? You want to prime yourself the whole way up through all your warm-ups. So that's something to keep in mind when if you use equipment.
JB turned the camera to me and I was like, I've nothing to add here.
My shins are very sensitive, Steve.
All you want to think is bloat yourself, make yourself look pregnant.
Yeah.
Push out against the belt.
Wouldn't be hard for you. Look, we're not messing around over here. Bleed blood on the floor already.
I want those socks later, boy. Gradual. Start from the feet, heels to the floor.
That's actually making me so uneasy.
One more.
Just blood on the bar.
Realise I didn't put on my belt for that set.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My big speech about wearing equipment. I was keeping it fitness.
The real professionals over here.
More leg drive. Yeah, more leg drive.
So how do I do that?
Bend, push the floor away. Yeah, and just keep keeping like that. And just get tight here in the hips.
Yeah.
Instead of you're not pulling with your back, you're driving that floor because you're not squatting it either, you know?
Yeah. I'm not squatting it enough.
No, you don't squat it. The deadlift isn't a squat. It's different. Yeah, look, they're not that strong at all. No, they're not that strong at all, look. See?
I wouldn't try. After what this man has sniffed, I wouldn't trust this. As the barometer of what isn't strong.
Oh, I sniff a lot of arse. Do you know that bend in the bar?
Yeah.
Pull the bend and then start your deadlift.
So lift it, then deadlift it.
So look, this is the slack. See that?
Yeah.
So
take the slack out.
take the slack first, then drive away with your legs. Go. Up. Shoo. Oh, we got PB today.
That actually was easy as well.
You won't do 200 double overhand, unstrapped.
No, you see, that's what you call a good friend. Do you see that for motivation? If I didn't say that, he wouldn't have done that. You can tag me. Searcher.
You won't do more than 200 double overhand with no straps.
Oh, this is the new, I did 142 and a half. The chalk just isn't for powerlifters either. Oh no, you probably don't want to bring a block of chalk to a commercial gym, but you can buy liquid chalk and it's a game changer.
Paris is natural.
Easy.
No straps.
God damn. Bro, that was pretty impressive.
But it is a rascal. Can't go. CNS is
CNS is fried.
On 3 hours sleep. Bit of marching last week. This is an easy one.
Would that count?
In calm?
Yeah.
No, you hitched it, so you like bent your knees down and then like stood up with it. So, but we're not in a competition, man. Fuck that.
You mean it does count?
Yeah, in here. Yeah, here.
I mean this in a nice way, but you see, you look like a man who picked 210 kilos off the floor.
And fling it over my head.
He got that. He got that dog.
I'll be into my physio tomorrow. Sean, you've bulging discs in your back. I don't know how that happened actually. Yeah, so it's worth not walking for 6 months.
Easy, bro.
Show the Cowboys out there.
So we'll do some reps now. Strip off a load of weight. Work on technique.
All I heard was strip off, and I'm game. How many sets? 3?
3 by 3, bro.
Take fucking ages, bro. You go.
No, we just go
Fair,
for
I'm not doing that for 3 reps, surely.
Where does this negative self-talk come from? Yeah, you're so conservative.
Give it a fucking break. That's why I'm fascinated about just like the switch in your mindset can get you like from one extreme to another. Like genuinely, I wasn't even joking when I said I'm not doing 3 reps. And then Steve and Sean were like, oh, how cool it'll look if you can just say you're not doing 3 reps and then in the next clip you're getting 3 reps at 220. When I was doing like the warm up, it felt just so sluggish. It just felt so shit. That's because like there's people standing there and whatever else and people are laughing and joking. You're just not in that zone. But then when the music came on, the chalk came in, Steve was like, let's go. It was almost like 100% focus was on the task at hand, and there was no other alternative aside from getting the 220 for 3. So it's just really, really important. Even slight distractions, people walking past me or people murmuring and chattering can offset me by fucking 20 or 25%. And this is why I'm like, you never really know your true full strength potential. If you're showing up to the gym randomly, you may only ever be at 70 or 80% of your true strength capability, because there's certain things that can go wrong or certain things that could be better that could influence your strength 110%. So you're never actually properly maxing out. You just need to optimize your environment, get the music right, make sure your focus is entirely on the task at hand, that you're not distracted, that you're not fucking around and messing with your mates when it comes to actually doing the set. Just focus all of your energy, all of your focus, your concentration on doing what you need to do.
You know that gun to the head analogy? I sometimes think about it, like it's really cliche, like, but if someone had a gun to your head, you put in a bit more effort than what you're actually doing in the gym. So
You'd hope so.
Yeah. So like,
Unless
just,
I'm feeling a bit blue.
yeah. So even if you like, you're obviously not going to bring gun to your head intensity because you can't replicate that environment. But just remind yourself of that, like going into the set, and it'll just give you that little bit of a, I have a bit more in me than I probably think I do.
Steve, brother, what are you doing in this set?
4 reps. Pay attention, if you're watching this, just scroll back and just catch the whip on the bar when we pull first. So what it does is decrease the range of motion by probably like fucking half an inch, but it makes a difference.
Well, you just feel it more like, subjectively for me, you just feel like you're dominating the bar much more. Because you can whip the slack, and even just whipping that slack, I don't know if it's actually doing anything physiological, Steve can confirm, but psychologically it's actually huge. It's like, hold on a second, I just moved the weight without even actually driving my legs.
No, the slack doesn't do anything to it just sets you up against the bar in a better position for you to pull it off the floor, basically.
Yeah.
That's all it does.
We get these DEADLifts out of the way first.
Yeah, 3 sets in. Dumbbell rows, bro.
Then, biceps.
Some curls, yeah.
Oh! Thank the Lord. I got you. There is a God.
Oh, leave it on. It's coming. Yeah. Bro doesn't need music.
What do we have there? Heavy deadlifts, RDLs, moderate to heavy rows. Anyone's back is going to be toast off of that. We just bring a high intensity. If you're not farting around, just moving through it as efficiently as possible, you're going to need half the fucking volume that I might.
Like Dorian Yates said, the lead up to one of his first Mr. Olympias was like 4 workouts a week, 45 minutes.
He always said, sounds like very little, but he says if you come and train with me, you'll find out why. And he was right. Like sets to beyond failure. That's the thing, higher your intensity, the lower your volume needs to be. If your intensity is lower, on the flip side of that, the higher your volume needs to be.
The higher your volume, the more fuel you need to do it.